I will have you know, my bladder is a perfectly normal size, okay? We all have to piss once within the span of every few hours, especially when we're drinking like 50 ounces of liquid in that frame of time. All right, it's a perfectly normally sized bladder. Perfectly. The Elden Ring stream was an exception, where I forgot to prepare ahead of time, and things got out of hand. Attempted to draw some mushrooms. What kind of mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms are we talking about? Anyway, we're doing Armored Core Nexus. Turns out the disc 2 of bonus content is not only like as meaty in terms of content as disc 1, but it's also just better. That being said, it is so much better that I have made the decision that while I'm going to be messing around with disc 2 and kind of like dipping my toes in and out of it, I now want to like get everything done in disc 1 so that I can just fully move on to disc 2. Oh, also I got a new cable for my controller because, yeah, if you've been here, you know, cable has been replaced. So far, so good. Thankfully, it seems like it was the cable and not the controller's port. Hello? See, and now it doesn't want to work. Oh. Now it's working. Hello. Yep, it's working now. Finally got the cable. New cable was needed. The Tekken stream was the real nightmare. The Ace Combat stream yesterday actually was pretty all right. The Amazon Basics cable. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. It is the Amazon Basics cable. It's so cheap. How could you expect me not to? I mean, for that price point, come on. Come on. Hold on. Eclipse photo. Oh. In Vermont? What were you doing in Vermont? Why? You went to Vermont for the eclipse? Vermont? In the path of totality? Something's not right. I know what's not right. I was like, this isn't my save. Hold on. Here, before I do that, I was like, something is wrong. Oh my god, yeah, this is the review series. I was like, something here is not quite right. I know what the problem is, you guys. Remember when I was trying to get AC5, Ace Combat 5, that is, working on the nightly version? This is but a small hiccup. And I click refresh. Booyah. Now we fresh boot the game again. Tons of comments. Well, the Ace Combat reviews are kind of weird. In that sense, they always get a ton of a ton of engagement in general, a ton of comments, a ton of likes, but like way less views. It's weird. And look, man, as much as the comments are fun, the comments don't make the money. I mean, they kind of do, but you know what I mean. I'm looking for, they don't get much growth either. I mean, they're done now. I say it with that one. That's the last one. It's kind of strange. It's because the audience isn't very big. I was gonna say, it was weird that both of my save files were Chole. Like, I kind of had a moment where I was like, did I not name it differently? I feel like I should have named it differently, but I guess I'm just dumb. There's the free mission. That's what made me notice. I'm like, wait a minute, where's all the free mission and stuff that should be here? So, there's still just a lot of missions to fill out. Sort of a pain in the ass the way that they've done this for this game, where, like, unlike the older Armored Core games, oh yeah, Goofer, our very uncannily close accidental cosplay. When I was trying to cosplay something entirely different, how many mentions of Project Wingman? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Hold on. Free arena. Okay, free arena, I can just choose to fight anyone. I was like, am I going to have to do that too? Am I going to have to, like, get every arena match as I go? Special forces removal is my only mission option. Have I done this before? Special forces removal? I don't think so. I think I avoided this mission before, because it sounded scary. I have a vague memory. Yeah, I don't think I have it. That's the one then. Metal Bug is also a cosplay. I don't know which one is weirder. They're both like the fact that they're back to back is weird. I don't know which one is weirder though. Here, let me, because like they're both really weird, right? With this one, with Goofer, I was trying to cosplay something entirely different, but then it just kind of turned into like, you know what, chat, this isn't working. Let's just make our own thing. And like me and chat collectively like pulled this together where we were like, yeah, this is good. And then like we were painting and I'm like, thoughts on color, and we were like messing with it. And like it was a collective process. So that one is strange, like really strange. Metal Bug, also really strange, because this thing went through so many different like revisions over time. And it's hilarious that like the final version that we eventually got, where I was kind of just going wacky with the missile arms. Yeah, there's also a green quad like missile arm. Oh, slug gun? We're using linear guns, so that's different. But like other than that, also like uncannily close. Are they both AC1? When you were sending the screenshots, they both looked like AC1. Are they both the same game? Because that would make it even more strange. No, I have not chosen a series because I haven't even polled the Metal Gear audience yet. I think, don't quote me on this, I think the first poll for the Metal Gear audience is going up on the MGS4 video. I have it written down somewhere. The business plan.
We're on
same game.
Commencing operation.
So weird. Because do you ever encounter either of them? Like actually in the game? Like in gameplay, I mean. Because I know that you sent them from like the ranking board. Do you ever even see them in gameplay?
Take out those MTs. They're using electronic countermeasures. Stay alert.
Oh boy. Did I do this? Why does it kind of feel like I have done this? Oh man, this rifle. The blade might have to do it. You know, rifle is like the good all-around tool, but it's no DPS monster. I kind of have to like actually move properly and everything when I'm playing with this one. You don't encounter them?
We have to retreat.
Yeah, I know that you said you don't encounter whichever one looks like Goofer, but I wasn't sure if it was both of them or not. Big robots are fun. Big robots can be pretty cool, if you ask me. I think Final Fantasy... No, I think that Final Fantasy isn't on it because I made a mistake.
No energy sources detected. Area secure.
It's the same poll. If you voted on the Ace Combat poll, it's not going to be a different one.
Objective achieved.
It's going to be the same. So if you've already voted through the Ace Combat videos, or through like the couple times that I've dropped them in stream chat, then you've already voted on it. You don't have to worry about it. I'm collectively polling. Vigilante or something? The original Goof. Well, Goof, you say the Goof original, but even then, Goof, the original Goof that we took the name and the basic idea from was from, was it Gundam? What is Goof from? Where someone, chat was feeding me this stuff. Mirage Special Forces invaded Balo City. I don't know how much of this I'm going to and not going to read since it's the second run, because it will change a little bit based on me doing different missions, but like the outcome is all ultimately the same. So I don't know how much it's worth reading on the second run, but I'll go until I get sick of it. They had intended to disrupt the city's communications in preparation for an all-out assault, but the plan was foiled when two Ravens intervened. That was me and Gino B. Smile. That Joe Biden, a smiley face. Given the city's status as one of the region's most secure locations, the breach caught Novice totally off guard. They have since instituted a state of martial law, and a looming sense of unease pervades the entire city. An MT factory located in the Lectus Plain region has been occupied by armed terrorists. The territory was constructed as a joint investment venture between Novice and Crest. Ever since operations at the facility were pared back, security has been neglected. The terrorists oppose corporate rule and are responsible for numerous acts of subversion. Subversion. He did use slug guns. Well, that's just me being stupid. I really, on both builds, I was like, the slug guns could be cool. Like, I really wanted them to work, but they're really... Well, okay, they're fine if you're really up close. So it would have been good for Goof, but then there's no human plus. So for Goofer, he would have to completely stop moving to be able to use them. Play every Mario game? That is a horrible idea. Actually, one of the worst ideas I've seen in chat in a long time. I think not. I don't think so. Definitely not. Have you seen me play a platformer before? No way. Crest remove terrorists. Let's see if I have this one. This free mission system sucks. I don't have it. But this free mission system sucks. Sorry, what? What did I just read? I have, that's why I said it. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Also, remember to like stream, by the way. Remove occupiers, destroy all units inside the factory. Easy peasy. I don't know who the occupiers are. Oh, terrorists. Never mind. Just terrorists. They're not affiliated.
Main system.
You guys know. The terrorists. Wait, I feel like we did do this. Did we not do this? It does feel very smooth. We totally did. We 100% did this. Why was it not on free mission? The fuck? How did I not unlock the mission? Oh, I missed it in the free mission? It wasn't there? I could have sworn it wasn't. At the very least, it's the only mission available currently. So it's not like it really affected much. I just wanted to know. 100% Sims 4? No. You remember Stardew? You remember what happened? Come on. I'm gonna need things to start actually blowing up here. Look, I know that this rifle isn't for all the DPS needs necessarily, but like, come on. Shit. Okay, that's just me being bad. How is he not dead? You guys probably need to go first. Thank you for the update. Beautiful. AC is basically Sims for guys. What would be Sims for guys? You can get laid in AC? No. I don't think AC players know what getting laid is. Me included. What is it? Defeating other Ravens in the arena increases your overall ranking. Take advantage of these opportunities to make a name for yourself. But I'm here for the missions now. The opponents you face are selected by the arc based on your skill level. There are 4 missions on my map right now. Ravens at the top of the arena are referred to as rankers. They are the elite. It's not as cool as Ninebreaker. The current arena champion goes by the name Gino B. I believe you two met during an assignment a few days ago. We did. Am I a ranker yet? Am I? I'm at number 29. If you play God of War. You should play God of War because it'll get you laid. Chat. If it's a worry of yours, just play God of War. Works every time. Works every time. Terrorists who seized Crest's MT factory were all eliminated. Their lack of organization and poor equipment proved no match for the Ravens sent to remove them. The entire matter was resolved before the main body of Crest's intervention force even arrived on the scene. Thank you. Your help with regards to the 2-hour recent mission request is greatly appreciated. We hope you will continue to support our organization in the future. Maybe. The transportation of supplies from OAE's underground warehouse to Mirage's new base has been resumed. The actual transport route is being kept secret, but it appears that all future shipments will be escorted to their destination in case of attack. However, the small number of units committed to escort duties seems to indicate a lack of commitment on OAE's part. Power struggles 2. Give me the rundown. Mirage plans for a full-scale military operation into Novice territory have been set in motion. Construction of their new base continues. They're exerting a great deal of pressure on OAE for support. Novice is doing everything in its power to resist Mirage's advances. It's also known that they possess a large quantity of Crest manufactured weapons. Is Novice receiving Crest's backing? Crest hasn't engaged in any overt activities, but stationing forces at the factory certainly puts them in a good position to do so. That caught me off guard. They've supposedly approached both Novice and OAE. Hello, Azur. Time to play God of War. Maybe I should play God of War again. It's been a while. Like the original. I love Armored Core 6, but all the older Armored Core games feel more clunky. Oh yeah, a lot more clunky. If you are saying like you've never been able to get into them because of it, I'm telling you, if you just stick with them and you let your brain adjust, let your gamer brain kind of match the pace over time, it's worth it. But for some people, it might just not be for them as well. I mean, I started with Gen 1, so it was easier for me, because for me, that was just like, yep, this is how the game plays. This is how Armored Core is. I mean, for a long time, it just was, I guess. Hold on. Kisaragi bioweapon test. I have done that. That's an arena fight. Mirage, eliminate base attackers. I think that's... Are there duplicates? Hold on. Are there duplicates? What is it? Armored Core, like, 1 has a bunch of duplicate mission names. So let me, just before I'm like, oh yeah, I have it. Let me just make sure, because that's a super generic name too. Oh. Okay, I'm on the mission list, and there are 2 of them, but they're in the same phase, is what it calls it. There's eliminate base attackers and eliminate base attackers alternate. Armored Core Wiki, once again, not the most useful thing ever. Here, let me pull it over onto screen so I can show you guys what I'm seeing. Let me zoom it in. So like on the mission list, there are 2 missions with that name. You open this one and it's like, oh yeah, AC fight. Oh wait, the reward might be different. I could maybe look at that. You have to fight the Duke. You fight only one of these 2 ACs. Could be the Duke or I guess Turmoil, depending on playthrough factors. If I go to the other one though, okay, yeah, the reward amount is different, so I could look at that to see. But it just drops a different AC in there. And there's no like, oh, here's what triggers you getting this version of the mission versus the other one. It's just like, yeah, there's 2 of them. Of course. Great. Well, at least the prices exist. One of them is 71K, which is the one that I've done. One of them is 60. This one is also 71K. This 100% might be a pain in the fucking ass. I'm not gonna lie, chat. It's seemingly getting worse with some things like that, where it's just like, uh-oh. How the hell do I like actually get the other version of this mission? We'll see. At some point, I might just stumble into it accidentally. That would be nice. Attack supply convoy. Silent Line is looking good. Hey, Silent Line, at the very least, didn't have me do full playthroughs, like full replays, just to unlock any missions that I didn't see. I can give it that much. This is bullshit. Needing to like do the entire campaign again to unlock all the missions, because I actually need to like play them naturally. That sucks. Because every Armored Core game, this is the 8th one we are 100%ing. Every Armored Core game up to this point, if there are missions that you missed, it's just like, oh yes, here you go. Here are all the missions you missed so that you can get the parts, you can play them, whatever. This game is like, I think you should play it again. I think you should play it again. 4 Answer and AC6 are different. Like, that's a whole other story. Because the thing with 4 Answer and 6, those games have actual branching paths, you guys. Do you know what Nexus has? Nexus just kind of gives you options. It just kind of is like, what would you rather do? But no matter what you do, the game always goes to the same ending, to the same outcome. Like, this game always starts the same, ends the same, and just in the middle, it gives you like, yeah, do you want to do this mission or this mission? Which do you want to do? It's different. If I was doing like entirely new endings with different outcomes, oh, and Last Raven. Yeah, Last Raven as well. How did I even forget that? Yeah, those are different. When it's like, it would be like Armored Core 1, right? Like making you replay to unlock all the missions naturally. It would just suck. You'd just be like, well, I don't want to do this. It sucks here. Because who knows how many runs we're going to have to do of Disc 1 because of that decision. Do you like mid-air refueling and landing in the Ace Combat games? I like the landings. The mid-air refuelings just feel kind of random. I kind of wish that they actually did something with it. Like landings, they've done stuff with it where they've like had the forward operating bases in like AC6, or they've had like the resupply line, stuff like that. Mid-air refueling is just like kind of at random at the beginning of a mission. They'll just have you do it and you can skip it. Like you don't even have to, you could just press the button and skip it. So I don't even know why they always put it in there. Because they just kind of throw it in like once at a random point in the campaign, and then it's just like, yep, you did it. I kind of wish they did more with it. I hope you remembered. Remembered to ignore that one company's missions for that one part? No, what are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? Hold on, now I'm reading the criteria for all the parts. I'm not seeing it on the list. Does anyone know what part it is? Because I'm not seeing anything like that on the list in terms of like requirements. Does anyone know what this is? Not Last Raven. It might be Last Raven. I'm not seeing anything on the part list for it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I read the comments real quick. Like I went and skimmed all the comments on the list, and no one's talking about it. It must be a different game. It could be Last Raven. Do you think FromSoft implemented Souls game elements into AC6? Like boss battles, repair kits, multiple endings, world building? Well, multiple endings were already an Armored Core thing before Souls ever came around. So that's just like, it's just an Armored Core. The world building as well. They've always had that sort of style to them. But in terms of like repair kits, kinda, I can see it. I don't, it's just like a generic healing mechanic. So maybe, but I feel like it's kind of a stretch to say that that's like because of Souls. More than anything with Armored Core 6, I feel like the melee combat got pulled like directly from Souls. I feel like they were like, yeah, we know how to make like big, chunky, satisfying, weighty melee combat now, which is not a thing that any Armored Core game had before. They've always had melee, but it's always been super floaty, and like you pretty much, like when you do use a melee weapon, you kind of just like slide across the enemy. There's no like kind of kinetic feel to it. There's no weight to it. That's definitely from their experience working on Souls over the last like decade or so. Verdict Day was the first to do them somewhat right. I would agree. Like outside of just fighting other ACs, yeah. Verdict Day had some crazy fucking bosses. But even then, Verdict Day came like when was Verdict Day 2012 or 2013? Hold on. Verdict Day came after Souls started. 2013. Yeah, so that would be like 4 years after Demon Souls, 3 years after Dark Souls. Sorry, 2 years after Dark Souls, my math. Yeah, after Souls 1, right before Dark Souls 2 was when Verdict Day came out. So even then, that could have been pulled over from their experience on those games, right? Sorry. Anyway, OAE supplies destined for Mirage's new base were destroyed yet again. The supply transports were accompanied by OAE military escort units, but none of them escaped the attack launched on the convoy. All indications point to a Raven as the prime suspect. Mirage is attempting to identify the employer of the party involved, as it is not clear that Novice was to blame. The poor showing by OAE's support team leaves a great number of questions unanswered. Crest has sent an intervention force to reoccupy one of their MT factories that came under terrorist attack. Mirage thinks something is afoot, as they see no reason why a dormant installation would require a permanent security presence. The factory in question was built a few years ago as a joint venture between Novice and Crest, and although it hasn't been in operation for a while, Novice welcomed news of Crest's deployment. It seems that Crest's military buildup will be carried out in the name of terrorist subjugation. Rusty is Joshua from AC4 done right? I don't even know like how to assess the value of Armored Core 4's story, because I haven't seen the Japanese version. Like, from what I understand, apparently it's just the localization got absolutely butchered, and in the Japanese version, the story's actually supposed to be really good, from what I've been told. Keep in mind, it could just be like fanboy propaganda, but that's what I've been told. And someday I'll probably try to get my hands on a Japanese copy and check it out. But yeah, the English version of Armored Core 4, the story is like, it's a lot to start talking about that. I don't even, we'll get there when we get there. Attack MT transport convoy. This was, my brain right now is on other things. Mirage, attack MT transport convoy. looks new? Question mark. Looks new. If he showed up in more than a single mission, didn't he show up in more than one? I think that he does appear in more than one. And that literally just like there's no dialogue with him is like maybe the downfall there. But then again, I don't know if that's just the dub. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know. It could also be like a Devil May Cry game where half of the story is in books and manga. I mean, it could be. I think that that is the case for Gen 5. I'm pretty sure. Gen 5 was where, like Armored Core 5 specifically, I was talking about like, yeah, the story here, not really all that great. And I got so many comments that were like, the story is so good in Armored Core 5, but you have to like read the guidebook that came out like only in Japan. I'm like, if I have to read the guidebook that came out only in one country, then the story is still bad. I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. As soon as you start to like require outside material for your narrative to be any good, then yeah, it's bad. DMC1 is the only game with a great story. Okay, this is one of those times where before I open my mouth, I'm gonna ask, why do you think that? Because I have thoughts on that opinion. But why do you think that, DS? Before I open my big mouth. Come here, bitch. Oh, fuck. Simple, elegant, pure. The book outright stated that the Orca ending was canon. I mean, isn't it like, I guess it was never outright stated, but like even I kind of put that together, you know, the cradles, the fallen cradles around. Like I kind of, I didn't really need it to be just outright stated, because, you know, you see those and you're like, oh, now I know. You know, it's the ending where the cradles get shot down. Crest forces dispatched to reestablish control over one of their MT factories were attacked last night. Their transport convoy was set upon by a Raven, me. Damage estimates relating to the attack are high, and the losses sustained are expected to delay Crest's mission. Currently playing Evolve, a game released in 2010 from Front Mission series. When he said he was playing Evolve, wasn't that the name of that one? Yes. I thought of this Evolve. This one. Anyone remember this shit? I thought of this for a second. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. Who here? At least one person knows what this is. Anyone? Any takers? Surely at least one person. When did this game get shut down? It was a while ago. When was it? Oh, it wasn't even, it was only last year? Never mind. I'm surprised it lived that long. 2K is a big red flag. Hey. But you know who this is? You know who this is, chat? Because a lot of people weirdly don't know who this is. Right? 2K is the publisher. This is the developer. And a shocking amount of people don't know who this company is. If you don't know, I'll spoil all the suspense. It's the studio that made the Left 4 Dead games, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. They went from Left 4 Dead 2 to this. This was what they made after Left 4 Dead 2, this game. And it's wild. Tenchu games? I have not played Tenchu before. It's on the list of like someday I'm gonna have to play them, but I have not played them yet. All right, I'll do the bioweapon test. Is this the game where you're the kaiju that has to eat stuff? Yeah. So there's one player who plays as the kaiju and goes around like eating stuff and all that, right? And then there's like a squad of 4 players who all are like different classes. And those 4 players have to hunt down the monster. Well, actually, the monster, it's kind of them both hunting down each other. It did have a good idea. Oh my God, my head doesn't have a biosensor. I'm like, why is this so hard? The idea on paper was pretty good, where it was like the monster has to go around and like eat wildlife and stuff so that it could level up. Like it starts at level 1, and at level 1, the squad of players could easily just like run straight through the monster. Like it didn't stand a chance. So at the beginning of the game, the monster has to like try to run away from the actual players, like the squad. And it would have to go and like eat a bunch of stuff to level itself up. And at level 2, it was a pretty even match. But then if the monster could get itself up to level 3, then as soon as it got to level 3, I believe like the players got an evacuation option opened because the monster would just be way too powerful for them. And then the monster starts hunting the squad of players. And it had a great idea. Problem was the game came out and there was literally only one monster character available. And there were like 3 maps for the game to be played on.
They're early specimens.
So, you know,
Still expected.
you could play it, and I played it. It was solid, but it got old really fast because there was like no content in it for when it came out. If it had come out and had like a bunch of different monsters and like a good variety of maps and stuff, it probably would have done a lot better. Because as it is, I feel like it came and went super quickly, and most people just don't even remember it. But it was really cool
All specimens
for like
have been
2 hours.
The test is complete. Thanks for your assistance. We've obtained some good results.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
I thought about blading them, but they blow up. So I didn't want to. I got scared. I can't believe I went in there without a biosensor. That was my bad. 80K though, they covered the costs. Beautiful. You know, chat, I don't know if I want to do all this reading. Because it is a rerun, and like, things always go in the same direction anyway. I said it like at the start, and I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take until I just don't want to read any of it anymore. And I'm here. I've gotten to that point where like I see that there are like 4 news stories to read after that mission, and I'm kind of just like, you know, I probably read like 3 of those 4 on my last playthrough. I kind of just don't want to. I'm assuming I've done this, right? OAE, eliminate novice security. Yeah, we've done that. Oh, well. We will do it again. Did you unlock the stinger parts from the second disc? No. I did like the first 2 missions of disc 2. I realized how much better it is than disc 1. And now we're back because I'm like, let me get more of disc 1 done so that like later on I can just kind of like binge through disc 2 and fully enjoy it. Because it honestly feels like 2 separate games where the progression just so happens to like carry across between the 2. It does not feel like I'm playing the same thing between the 2 games.
main system. Engaging combat.
Like, Nexus is what it is, but then there's also just this big remake of Gen 1 stuff packaged with it. So weird, too. My running theory at this point is absolutely... One of the missions will always say no data. Awesome. Thanks for the heads up, at least. Jesus Christ. Great to hear that. It will forever get in the way of a 100% run unless you never count it. I'll probably end up doing it at some point, right? Like I'll end up playing it on a new game run, trying to just unlock all the missions like over time. Because what I'm doing right now when I have multiple options is I'm just looking for what ones I don't have. So I can just assume that if we get down to having only one left, that's the one you're talking about. And that's probably a safe assumption.
Targets remain.
Fill my dark soul with light. Another reason it's the best. Okay, dark soul with light is one of the funniest lines ever. I can give you that much. I don't know, DMC1's story, it just, you know, it is simple. It does have a certain purity to it. But it also really is just like, there's a big evil man on this island. Let me go kill him. And that's about it. But hello, Silver. I appreciate the lurk. Uh-oh. There we go. Collisions and such. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. There. Late 90s, early 2000s cheese. That it absolutely is. It's just like a pure cheese fest the whole way through. And like it really, like I'm not doing it a disservice narratively. It really like, aside from the little side plot point about like Dante's mom and Trish being a clone of her, and then like the random Virgil reveal in quotes, just like the revelation that the Dark Knight was his brother. Like outside of those two things, the story is literally just there's a big evil man on this island, on this castle. Gotta go kill him. Like there's tiny little things thrown around, like 4 times in the game. Oh, and Sparta just being mentioned throughout the game as well. DMC is absolutely peak fiction. Yes. My favorite part. Never mind. I can't. What would be my favorite part? I always say, I think my favorite line from that game is "you're dumped." It's so stupid. Like every time I hear it, every time I see a clip of it, like I have to smile at it. It's just so, it is so stupid. Hold on. Kisaragi Attack Research Facility. Do I have that? Attack Research. I do. Do I have WPod Performance? What company is that? WPod Test. I have that too. I have both of these. God damn it. It's your lucky day. The coin flipping in DMC2 is also one of the dumbest like plot points in the series. You know what? I can do it without a biosensor. Who needs one? Oh my god, Virgil and I have a bigger cock is one of the best lines in that game as well. I always forget about that one. Virgil with the sniper rifle is a wild one. It's just, that game is really something. The whole way through. That game is something else in terms of the story. Squirrel semen, everyone always, it's hard to forget about the squirrel semen. What is sad? Its name is Sad Smile. Who named this AC? I got this. Don't worry about it. We keep chipping away with the rifle, and it works. We go for big damage, and we pull back. I think it's sparking. It is sparking. There we go. The what? The squirrel semen. In DMC. We're not gonna run out. We have so many bullets. That's why I chose this rifle. Since I ditched the back weapons on this guy. Oh, we have a pistol in the hangar. We have like a high capacity pistol in the hangar as well. Because I kind of just wanted a solid, like all around weapon for my main thing. So I went with the rifle that has the most ammo. And then in the hangar, we also have the pistol that can carry the most ammo. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch. .360 games are the 360 isn't considered retro yet, is it? There's no way that the 360 is considered retro already. That helps. You know what, I can dance around you, I think. Actually, I'm gonna use my bullets because it'll be the first time I ever actually get to use my pistol from the hangar.
4 targets remain.
If it's on Vims, it's retro. That is not how the rule works. It is in GameStop. But when has anyone taken GameStop seriously in the last, like, decade? Come on now. Is GameStop the metric that we judge by now? What has this world come to? What has this world come to? What happened to my industry? Shit, how do I use my hanger again? Ow. That was not a great idea. How do I ditch this weapon? God damn it. Forget how this shit works. Someone in chat has to know it, right? Surely. Purge, yeah, how that's the part that we're is there sales expectations? Aha! I found it. Yeah, pistol gaming. We've made it. We've whipped out the pistol for the first time ever. It's official. Oh, no chain reaction? Bullshit. Aren't you guys all supposed to, like, explode? Oh, there it is. Ow. Also, I take offense to you saying my radiator sucks. I'll have you know that I have, like, the best radiator tuned fully towards cooling. It's just that we're playing AC Nexus, that's all.
Mission objective achieved.
It's the entire system, it's not the part, I swear. We have a very efficient build for cooling. It's just, we're still playing Nexus. It's only, you know, we can only go so far in this game. Hold on, I can pull it up. We can take a peek. I think a lot of my frame parts might be tuned towards it as well. Did I do that? I feel like I might have tuned them towards... Oh yeah, hold on. My helmet's tuned towards it. My core is tuned towards cooling. My arms and my legs. All of my frame parts are fully tuned towards cooling. My booster is fully tuned towards booster heat. And our radiator is fully tuned towards cooling. And it's the second highest cooling, or sorry, the third highest cooling radiator in Nexus. The cooling is not the problem, it's just the way the system works in general. Nexus is the hottest game in the series? Absolutely. Absolutely. Lyndon is the goat on here. I don't... Which one? Is that the one I'm using? I already forgot the name of the part. I think the best 3.5 radiator is like all around. Oh, I'm using the Lyndon. Yeah. Which it is because of the forced cooling. Because our actual cooling is so good that I almost never overheat. But when we do, the forced cooling on this is so high that it's like instantly gone. That mission was an exception because that mission is like the only one in the game where we're gonna get up to temps of like 1300 Celsius. It's just, that's not normal. I would say the Rigora. This thing's name changes a lot, but this one, like on the whole in 3.5 is probably the best radiator. It's just that I was using this on Metal Bug and I wanted a little variety. Holy shit, is that a Gundam? Hey, at least, chat, at least we've reached a point where some people can just see it and think it's a Gundam. That's a win right there. It was supposed to be a Gundam. It ended up looking nothing like what we were going for, but that was the original intent. Oh, here it goes. Eliminate VIP Mirage. Do we have it? Eliminate VIP? I don't think we do. Apparently I was right. It's a win. It was supposed to be... Wasn't it called the Goof, chat? G-O-U-F? Goof? The clip from Mission 3 I mentioned? I did not. But someday I'm gonna hear it at random. It's gonna catch me off guard. I'll forget about it by then. And then he's gonna say it. Goofer? We named this one the Goofer. I think the original is just Goof. Oh my god, I remember this mission. I have a clip in the review where I played this mission and I had like vertical missiles on the build I was using at the time. So that helicopter is there with the VIP in it. I looked up and I shot a single missile. It blew up. Mission is over.
Don't lose sight of
And I used it as like, look at how fast these missions can be, because it was literally like 3 seconds long. I want to go and find that now. I want to open up my video from Nexus and find that clip, because that clip is gold, and I just had a random flashback to it. Man, the Nexus video was in September. This was 8 months ago. This is gonna be a throwback, and who knows how my my voiceover style is gonna sound, because it has changed a lot. It kind of like swings back and forth wildly. Hold on, I'm like skimming here to try to see if I can spot it. I'm gonna pull this over when I get it. Hold on. That mission just, it gave me like a genuine flashback. Oh, I see it, I see it. Oh, it wasn't a vert missile. I kind of misremembered it. I kind of misremembered this clip. But here, I got it. Yeah, let me turn the audio on. Just look at this. Like, this mission literally took me 8 seconds flat.
Main system engaging combat.
They're using
I let all the missiles lock on. Yeah, I kind of misremembered it, but I generally got the point. Why is that mission so short? Has it really been that long? Yeah, this was September 4th, 2023. You can see it there. I mean, it's small, but you can see it. Eye of the Storm, thank you for the sub. The last AC video was the other day. Yeah, yeah. Oh, success reward. Following AC part. CRWR88. It's a sniper rifle emphasizing attack power. Probably not for me, but cool. I can't fit it in my hangar unit, can I? I think that the hangar stuff has to be really small. Is it an AC? Dies from being too hot with an AC in the same room? You probably would. Have you seen those temps that they're apparently getting up to? Okay, Mirage Capture Filtration Plant. Mirage Capture Filtration Plant. Is this what I just did? Do they actually fill out as we go? I don't think I did this one. I sincerely hope that this is not the Gen 3.5 mission that I vaguely feel like it could be. Is it? I don't know. There's one mission in one of the 3.5 games. I don't know if it's this or Last Raven, where you have to like platform through this like little canyon across the water. And then there's like this big open dam area at the end that has giant cannons everywhere that also respawn. Fucking hated that mission. This is not that. I love the music in Nexus. Underrated soundtrack, if you ask me. I kind of forgot about how good it was too, until playing it again on stream. You can apparently start a new save for disc 2. Time to throw away disc 1. No, 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 no. I mean, we could do that, but no, no, no. We're not doing that. Where are these last ones? Oh, all the way at the bottom. Whoops.
No energy sources detected.
How much percent have you done? See, that's the funny thing. There's no percent counter in Nexus. So...
What do you think? Maybe one of ours?
2 of them? Oh my god. They have...
Maybe. Let's take a look around. We'll find them if they're still here.
They look so cool though.
You'll have to take care of those ACs before we can retrieve you.
Of course, this was just too easy for how much they were paying, wasn't it? How do I... Miss Operator? I don't believe I can get up there. Do I just shoot out the ceiling? Has the best looking ACs. Don't you dare say 4. What gen has the best looking? It's 4. If it's not 4, if I'm not allowed to say 4, I'm saying 5. And no one asked, but if I'm picking my least favorite looking ACs, like by gen, it's Gen 2. I like the idea behind what they were going for, but they're so weird and alien and like, I don't know. Hold on, I think I just found something. The 6 would probably be my 3rd favorite. The 6 is up there, but I don't think it's at the top. Look at me go. Look at me go. How many other ACs do you see that can actually just boost for that long in Nexus? My cooling is great, I'll have you know. The missile one is absolutely going first. Which one is great, Den? Uh-oh. Getting stuck is not a good thing. This pulse rifle's fucking me up. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Yikes.
Nexus damage. Halting combat and returning to base.
Gen 5 ACs just look cool, man. It's like Iron Man 1. It's like the suit he builds in the cave. It's got that like, yeah, we threw this shit together with like scraps, which I'm pretty sure is what happened. Lore-wise, right? So is that gonna be on the list now? It is, okay. I didn't have to complete it. I don't have to complete them to get them on the list. I just have to play them. That makes things better. Yeah, I feel like Gen 3 is just them trying to like go back to Gen 1 style, and 3.5 just carried it across. But other than that, like 2, 4, 5, and 6 all have like, well, 6 has it all. 6 has it a bit of an unfair advantage. 6 is kind of just like doing what all the rest of them did. It's pulling bits from every other gen pretty much. Except for like 4. There's not a whole lot of like Gen 4 looking stuff in 6. That's like the exception. Nighttime combat exercise. Okay, we do have that. Do I have training exercise versus AC? I do. It says there's a part left on it. Let's do that then. Hold on. Training exercise versus AC. Destroy the enemy AC within 55 seconds. And I get... I'm not going to say what I get. I'll leave that a surprise, actually. I was about to say it, but I think it's better if I don't. I don't know, like, I get what they were going for with the Gen 2 ACs.
Let's begin.
Oh my god, it's this bitch?
I'm ready.
I'm not. 55 seconds ain't happening, boys. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Why? Where's Metal Bug when you need him? Metal Bug would be much more well equipped for this situation. I'm gonna assume that I'm keeping pace AP-wise with him. I'm just gonna hope. Hello, all around though. He just ejected something. Youch. I don't think I'm keeping pace with him, you guys. Oh wait, maybe? Oh fuck.
The data is incomplete.
Do you need to last? No, you need to kill him in 55 seconds.
We appreciate your assistance.
Defenses damaged.
More frames inspired by Gen 4 and 5. There is some 5. There are a couple parts in there. There's a headpiece that's literally the cover art for AC5. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in there. There's just a straight up, like, yeah, that's the head from the cover AC of Gen 5. Oh, I thought that was gonna be like a part or something, but okay. I guess that wasn't on the payment, was it? Basho? Maybe? I don't know. Michigan's head? No, that one's from Gen 4. Michigan's head. I know that one. That's one of the like very few parts from Gen 4 that is in there. That's a Gen 4 head. There's a Gen 5 one. The cover art of... Hold on. Oh, pause. Not the cover art. My bad. Promotional art. It was promotional art for AC5, not cover art. I misremembered. This head, it is in Gen 6. It is in AC6. This head is in there. That's the one I'm thinking of. I think it has white lights by default instead of red like in 5, but it's in there. Arena match is my only option right now. I don't remember what frame it is. I know that headpiece is in there. That's all I know. I want more of the 4th gen to return first. I don't think they're gonna go back to Gen 4, like style-wise, like gameplay-wise or anything. They might, but I don't think they will. I think they have the balance right with AC6. I feel like the gameplay pacing and all that in 6 feels like it's just right. Like it can get super fucking fast out of nowhere, but it's not constant like balls to the walls anime bullshit like 4 Answer is. And 4 Answer, really. Which is fun, but I feel like 6 has a great pace set the way it is. I feel like they could just keep that. Maybe, no, I feel like it's just right. I'm gonna stick with that. It's just right. I want them to improve the netcode. That, if they're gonna bring ranked play back, if not, then like don't bother too much with it. I mean, it would be nice, but like it's not a priority if not, right? But it's like I say, you know, the netcode was always bad. I never really complained about it that much because it was just like a casual PvP experience. But as soon as you add like ranked play and you start encouraging people to take it seriously, you need to have netcode that facilitates like a fair competitive environment, which Armored Core 6 does not have. Absolutely not. You can make it work, but you can also absolutely abuse it with certain weapons that, due to their larger hitboxes, are more likely to hit on a bad connection. than they would be on a good connection. And a lot of those weapons also happen to deal thousands of AP of damage in a single shot. Looking at you, charged laser cannons with your giant ass hitboxes. Even after the nerf, they're still like that. That's why they nerfed them, by the way. We all know that that's why the laser cannon hitbox size got reduced. It's the most like obvious nerf to anyone who's actually been playing AC6 PvP at all. That's why they reduced the hitbox size. It's to try to reduce the amount of like bullshit connections on poor connections. And it's still, it's ridiculous. Like even after the nerf, I was hoping that it would like fix it. It's better. I still get hit by those things from across the screen all the goddamn time. Gotta love running one with tank legs. Unbelievable. I would never. Chainsaw or nothing. Attack power plant. Do I have that? Attack power plant. Have parity with single player? They do, yeah. Which is why the PvP balance was such a nightmare on launch. It's because the entire game was balanced around PvE, with PvP just not even really being taken into consideration. And then you saw, you know, the part balance at the launch of AC6. It's because, and I know that there's a large crowd of Armored Core players that doesn't like when I say it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to say it, because I know I'm right. It's because Armored Core isn't made with PvP in mind. PvP is a bonus feature that's kind of thrown in for the hell of it. It's not like a development priority for FromSoft while they're working on the game. The fact that we got a ranked play in AC6 shocked me. Because, you know, PvP isn't really like a central focus of Armored Core. It's there and it's really fun, but it's not like a main priority for FromSoft. So it really surprised me when it came out that they were adding a ranked play mode for PvP. Caught me totally off guard. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. Jesus Christ, ow.
There's still one more set.
Gen 5 was weird. Yeah, Gen 5, they tried to do the multiplayer thing. And I know that like there were a lot of people in the comments on like the AC6 video way back who were like, man, I really wish that they would go back to like having more of a multiplayer focus with Armored Core. And I kind of had to be like, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't think they're ever going to go back to that. Because look at it from the perspective of like the developers and the publisher, right? Why would you go back to that? It was such a disaster for them. Why would they go back and do that again? When they have 2 games of like sales data and like, you know, the reception was bad. Verdict Day is just the single worst selling Armored Core game of all time. Like, why would they go back? I doubt that they ever will. I kind of wish that they would, because I think that there's a lot of potential in that. But you look at it from their perspective, and there's no reason that they would go back to it. Right? It's just, they don't have a reason to. The AC4 series, Gen 4 was wild, man. Verdict Day deserved better. Both of them did. Both of them did, especially Verdict Day. But like even Armored Core 5, just for kind of nailing like that foundation, because the gameplay of Gen 5, I don't care what anyone says, it's good. It's damn good. It's really fun. I wouldn't have liked Armored Core 5 if the gameplay was bad, because it has nothing else going for it. Like, story was bad in AC5. There were literally like 80 missions of just filler content, like side missions. The game really doesn't have much going for it outside of just the core gameplay is really fun. And thankfully, the core gameplay is really fun, so it works. I enjoyed it, but yeah. Hold on, WPod performance retest. Do I have that one? The retest? Thankfully, I don't think I do. Thankfully, their logo stands out because they have so few missions, and it's a big, bright red emblem. Verdict Day was tons of fun. Oh yeah, Verdict Day was Armored Core 5, but like they made the story better. I'm not gonna say good, better. They made the story better. The campaign, like the mission design, was a lot better. The difficulty was actually crazy. Verdict Day is so hard.
Your targets are
I don't hear anyone talk about it.
deploy.
Verdict Day is
Destroy the
a game that is just out to kick your ass. It is so difficult. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's like top 3 Armored Core game in terms of just the difficulty of the campaign.
Our last test didn't go
It's
as
fucking brutal. Really tough.
expected. We're open for a better run this time.
Let me at him. Let's go.
Main system. Engine combat.
I'm yet to touch 3 and 3.5. Last Raven is probably harder. I don't know. I haven't played Zenaida yet. Everyone always, when I talk about Last Raven's difficulty, no, I have not played Zenaida. From what I've played of Last Raven, I would say Verdict Day is about on par with it, to be completely honest. Because Last Raven, outside of like a handful of missions, isn't that bad. Some missions in Last Raven are really difficult. Most of them aren't bad. Verdict Day is kind of just consistently difficult. I know one of the top 3 is Last Raven, but I'm wondering what is... That's a good question, actually.
That should do it.
I don't know. Maybe Silent Line?
Mission objective achieved. System switch. to
Maybe
normal.
Silent Line? I would say that there are only a couple Armored Core games that are like that difficult. You know, that are like particularly really difficult games. Maybe Silent Line. If I had to pick one, I would probably say Silent Line. Nexus has a couple missions that are pretty brutal near the end. But I don't think it's harder than Silent Line. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Novice. Novice removes city intruders. I have that, okay. We're doing disc 1 right now? Yes, I'm trying to blow through as much disc 1 stuff as I can before I go back. Crest, new MT performance test. I have a feeling I have both of these. Oh yeah, there it is. I do have both of them. Did you use the Falcon yet? I did use the Falcon a tiny bit. But yeah, I would say Verdict Day is maybe the hardest. I think from what I played of Verdict Day on the whole, I would say it's harder than Last Raven, but I haven't done Zenaida, so I'm gonna leave it at a maybe. If it's not the hardest, it's easily the runner-up for hardest game in the series, in my opinion. I would like to say that AC6 is up there, but AC6 is one of those things where it's like boss fights are going to kick your ass on the first playthrough. Just gonna happen. But everything else is pretty chill in AC6, I would say. Armored Core 6 is not a super difficult game outside of the boss fights, and even then, the boss fights are only that difficult on your first playthrough. Was more balanced around multiplayer. Yeah, so Verdict Day was... Like, Armored Core 5 felt a little bit like it was balanced with co-op in mind. Verdict Day was balanced with co-op in mind. It just was. Which is also, I'm pretty sure, why Verdict Day added in the AI companion feature with, like, the UNACs. Was to try to, like, alleviate that for single player. And I talked about this a lot in my video of Verdict Day. Here's the problem with trying to counteract that with the UNACs. When you use a UNAC ally in a mission in Verdict Day, you do get the extra firepower, and you do get an ally to draw some aggro off of you. You know what else you get? You get to pay all the repairs and weapon costs of that ally on top of your repair and weapon costs for the mission. So you can bring them, but you're gonna like double or more your costs for that mission if you bring them. And in my experience when I played it, it was pretty much every time I brought a UNAC, I would just go negative on profits. I would lose money for completing that mission with a UNAC if I brought one. I would not make money, I would lose money. So it was pretty much like paying credits to get past a mission more easily. Great idea in theory to give you the companion, but because you have to foot the bill for that companion, I'll be able to show it when we get to Verdict Day. Like, you guys will see the costs are insane. They are so expensive to run. It's so expensive to bring a UNAC in that game. Going into debt after doing tank build with tank UNAC, you will go into debt very fast. The amount of credits that I hemorrhaged trying to beat the final boss for the review, which at that point, like, I'm done. But holy shit, I don't even want to know how negative I was by the time that I finally killed him. Because I was running a tank with, like, dual flak cannons, and my UNAC was running a tank with dual flak cannons. And it was just so expensive. So ridiculously expensive. All the classic overpowered weapons aren't that good. That's part of it. I feel like most of it with Last Raven was just the amount of things that it throws at you, like, without a checkpoint. That was it for me. Where it's like, most Armored Core games will throw, like, one big challenge of mission at you. What Last Raven does is it's like, okay, we're gonna have you run through this, like, gauntlet where you're running in, like, super tight hallways where you can't avoid damage. And you have enemies that, like, use flamethrowers, right? Let's just say, for example. And then once you've run that gauntlet, we're gonna throw you into an AC fight. You don't get any resupply on your ammo or your AP.
Good. We appreciate your help.
That's fine. That's like a pretty standard AC mission. Maybe a tiny more sadistic, but about the same. About the same.
Mission objective achieved.
And then after that, we're gonna throw you into a pulverizer fight. Again, no repairs, no refill on ammo. You're gonna do all three of those things in sequence, or you're going to die. If you cannot do this, you cannot progress. Fuck you. That's Last Raven. That's how Last Raven felt to me. It's like, you're gonna do all these things in sequence, or you're not gonna keep moving. Take it or leave it. And I got comments from people who were like, man, the amount of times that I just restarted my save on Last Raven because I got so stuck is ridiculous. And I can totally see just getting to a point where you've been doing this mission over and over, and it's like, nope, I can't do this. Skill issue, build issue, whatever. And you're just like, I can't. I gotta start over. Get out of this soft lock. Defend Mirage Transport. Only thing available, so it doesn't really matter. But I want to know if it's gonna make me progress. Defend Mirage Transport. Did I scroll past it? Hold on. It should be like around here? I just did this, right? I'm like right around here. Oh no, I'm a little bit further than here. No, I don't think I've done this. It hits me hard with the built in a cave with a box of scraps. Is the credits are called AU, implying it's just gold? It could be. I mean, Gen 5 is like an apocalypse scenario on the whole. So it wouldn't shock me if everyone is like using gold because there's no like centralized currency.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. Watch your footing.
Okay. As long as you don't throw me into like...
Cargo emits a lot of signal interference. Stay alert.
Oh. Yeah, we definitely haven't done this.
Main system.
Yeah, that's a lot of interference.
Enemy targets detected. Prepare to
You ever see an
attack.
AC walk? What the
Got an
fuck?
electrical short. Watch out for the hatches.
Oh my god! The floor is broken. Oh, sweet Jesus. Who broke the floor? You guys, that's our cargo, please. You guys, that's my cargo. I'm defending. Stop. Holy signal interference. Oops. I think all the cargo is destroyed. Just me? Oh. But hey, with less cargo, my targeting's getting better with time. Now all the cargo is destroyed. What is that? That's a part. Well, I immediately left the area. No chance to fly back up on that one. I'm gonna sneeze. I kind of hate how 4th gen made hover legs useless since most ACs float automatically. I guess. But also, counterpoint, ACs gliding across the water of all leg types is cool. I've made my case. Like, in terms of the decision making with the build stuff, I see that, but also, have you seen a quad leg glide across the water? A biped, even. Like Jesus mech. You seen it? I've seen it. Sweet. It's cool. Destroy Kisaragi Force from Novice. We have that. Yeah, that was a part. Now it says parts left now that it's on the menu. Like, it was what made hovers unique to everything else. Well, it's the main thing. Oh, speaking of hovers. Hello. Get part. Right now, I'm just trying to get all the missions opened up. And then I'm going to go back with the part list. Once I've done that. Yeah, let's just throw this bitch on hovers real quick. I have to buy some. That's just going to be the simplest way to do this. I don't have a hover build. Why did I go up? Okay, anyway. Those will work. Those are hover legs. Was that how he pronounced it? We don't talk about that. The dude who pronounced it in the mission said Navis, but I've come this far and like, it's like I said when we were looking at all the potential pronunciations, it sounds like the English word novice, like newcomer, and it's the new corporation. Like, it's too perfect. I refuse to back down from this. Kiss my ass. I don't care how they said it.
Entering target area. Deploying AC.
To me, it's too perfect for it to be pronounced novice.
Main system.
I refuse to believe that it could be anything else because of how perfect it is.
We're under attack. Take care of that AC.
Ow.
Cursed Nova was almost within our grasp.
What I do think hovers really excel at in 3.5, at least, aside from just the water thing, is general maneuverability. Look at this shit. Look at how fast I'm just gliding around. No boosters, no heat buildup or energy burn for that.
Nice work.
You go everywhere. Like, you're just gliding. You're so quick. It's why one of my favorite builds that I did when I did the Nexus review, like probably my favorite one that I did, it was a hover leg AC with dual sniper rifles. And I would just glide all over the place, no energy or heat burn whatsoever, and just like double big firepower. Boom, 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 hitting for like a ton of AP per shot. It was a really strong build. Democracy said no hover. It was a water mission. It's, you know, it's the classic. I need hovers for like a mission. It's not a permanent change. I just needed them real quick. That was all. It's already over. I might keep burning through a little bit more, and then, I don't know. I don't really know how I want to approach like splitting up disc 1 and 2, like trying to do them side by side. I'm kind of tempted to just at least like massively prioritize disc 1. And, like, at the very least, that's kind of how I want to approach it. Hold on, that was Crest, right? I didn't pay enough attention. Yeah, Crest, protect fuel depot. Protect. Okay, we have that one already. Crest, new. Oh my God. New MT performance retest. Okay. That one I do not have. New MT performance retest. I wanted to try out hover legs with the heaviest weight limit, the build possibilities. Trying to stack as much firepower onto like that kind of high mobility glidey hover leg.
Deploying MT test units.
It could work. I would think, at least. Maybe it wouldn't be as good as I think, but how do hover legs function with back weapons in 3.5? What's like the functionality on that? That was just blatantly unfair, by the way. What you just did, sir. Taking a shot at me before I can even move.
This is the second test. We need accurate data. Give it your best.
God damn it. I don't know what it is. Like, Nexus kind of makes me fiend for Gen 1. I don't know why. Something about Nexus, like, kind of gets my brainworms going, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to play Armored Core 1. There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's been happening for like the last 3 streams of Nexus. I've been feeling it.
We appreciate your help.
I've been feeling it. Hello, false. Immediately gets blown up.
Mission objective achieved. System
Time for my daily Tekken grind. What rank are you right now, Raiden? On Asuka. Playing with only melee blade or only with handheld weapons? Definitely melee. Because handheld, like, handheld can have a lot of benefits. Because even if it's only pistols and machine guns, dual pistols aren't bad. Dual machine guns certainly aren't bad. They feel a little awkward in 3.5, but they're good. Definitely, for me at least, I have a way harder time playing like melee only. Or like a melee based build. What is this? What are you? Living organism removal for Mirage? Okay, we have that one. So just which of these pays better? They're about the same, actually. Oh wait, but living organism, I'm probably, yeah, biosensors. Did I do that? Oh, I did do that one. Sorry, I saw the picture and I was like, did I really? But I actively remember the little guys just like falling down from above and it felt like it just never ended. I do remember doing that, actually. Destruction of fuel tanks will reduce my reward. How about parry blade only? Don't even. I won't. I refuse. Oh, my phone might need to get plugged in. Back on 144p, it's different. 144p is the ultimate live streaming experience. You guys, I started streaming in 1440p so that you guys could watch in 144. That was the intention.
The enemy is deploying their forces.
Main system. Engaging combat.
The fuel tanks.
You know, it's not terribly far off from how the game would look on PS2 anyway. This game ran in 480i on PS2. Which, if you don't know fancy resolution stuff, it's not really that fancy. But if you don't happen to know what interlaced resolution means, it means that it only renders every other pixel. So games that ran in 480i on PS2, which was actually the majority of PS2 games, they're effectively just running in 240p because it's only rendering half of the actual pixels. It's how you got that kind of like fuzzy checkerboard effect on screen when you played old PS2 games. That's interlaced resolution doing that. It's because it's only rendering every other pixel.
No energy sources detected. Area secure. Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
With only laser blade as my equipment, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I would, but I don't want to do it. I would probably be able to do it with enough dedication and learning and practice and all that. Sure, I would be able to do it. I just don't want to do it. It's too much. I don't want to. No, thank you. Why do you guys all say hi to False when she comes in like this? But you don't all greet each other like this. You only greet the anime girl like this. What's up with that? Why is it that when Raiden comes in, I'm the only one who's like, hi, Raiden? Why is that? But then False comes in and everyone's like, hi, False. Hi, False. Hello. Sorry. I got a little carried away. Because I take your abuse. Uh-huh. Hi, False. God damn it. Melee is harder in 3.5 because blade tracking is ass. There's blade tracking in this one? It doesn't feel like it. Hold on, sorry, I'm sidetracked. Mirage, new ECM performance test. There's so many tests, I have to remember exactly what it says. Mirage, new ECM performance test. I have this one. Fine, give me the bugs. False. You're a bunch of simps. Only say hi to the anime girl. You should all say hi to the homies when they show up. Oh, fuck me.
Eliminate all targets.
Raven, watch yourself in here.
Oh my god.
They've already destroyed most of the plants.
Is it worth the money to do this? I don't know. I was like, well, it pays better, so since I don't have to do either, I'll take the higher pay. But Jesus, I don't like this one bit. Where's my biosensor? This headpiece doesn't have it. Ow. Do you have breasts? I didn't think so. Is that what it takes to get greeted? If I didn't use you? What do you mean? When was the last time I used you for content? I could schedule something and be like, you know what? Let's change things up. Let's have false on a Chole stream. But I don't. I use you. Now that I've said that out loud, false has never appeared on a Chole stream. I get brought up by your mouth. Is that what using you for content is these days? I can't even mention you. I can't even tell a haha story or anything. Ow, fuck. Because I work? Well, yeah, but like weekends exist. And like if we scheduled ahead, we could figure it out. It's just that I don't. I haven't. Average sewer in New York. Yeah, explosive rats. A common. Oh, there's 2 of them at the bottom. They must have fallen down like as I started flying up. Uh-oh. There! Call. See, she's working, you guys. She works. Promise.
Party destruction confirmed.
Nice work,
The
Raven.
lamp. Oh my
Those
god,
creatures
the
really
lamp.
gave us a run for
She
our
has it. She never told me how warm it is. But that might be a positive.
System switch to normal mode.
It might be a positive. She wears her Hatsune Miku shirt at work. I can't believe she sent me a picture of the shirt. Bro, I could never. It wouldn't be me wearing that to work. Absolutely not. And look, I worked in a game dev studio, okay? You should see the things that people wear to work in a studio. You really should. It would shock you guys, okay? And I'm not exaggerating either. Like, I'm not playing this up for laughs. You guys want to know, like, let me just give you the #1 example off the top of my head, okay? Let me give you the one that always immediately comes to mind on this topic. You ready? Because I don't think you're ready. Work with any bronies? Yes, actually. But get ready for this one. This was the one that I was just like, I can't believe this. We had playtesters coming in this 1 week, right? We had playtesters in the office. And one of them, day 1, first day, and keep in mind, these guys are part-time, right? They come, well, they're part-time for us. They come from the publisher that we were under. They come in for like the week to our office, our building, instead of the main one that was in the city for the publisher. And this dude comes in day one. He has a furry clip-on tail on. And me and like one of the other guys at the studio who was like kind of, you know, like a stealth nerd. Like if you saw us in public and you just talked to us like once ever, you would have no idea that we are like the biggest nerds you'll ever come across, right? Flip on, clip on. I hope it was a clip on tail. I know how the furries are. I hope it was a clip on tail. Yeah, I was just like, I think it was a clip on. I didn't look too closely. But yeah, me and one of the other guys who are like stealth nerds, like you would just never know if you looked at us in public. I kind of just like, I was standing over by him and I looked at him and I was like, bro. And he just like, when I gave him the look of like, are you shitting me? This is who we're working with this week. He had to like walk into the other room because he was laughing. He couldn't hold back from laughing, so he walked into the other room because he was so just like, oh my God, I so distinctly remember it. His name was Jeff. We got along great because we were like the two who, you know, we're like nerds, but we're not like wearing our furry tails to work nerds. Like, what the fuck? To work? To work. Sorry. Novice Attack OAE Expedition. Attack OAE Expedition. Doesn't look like it. This is a new one. Another new one. The second run, we're getting a lot of new ones. I feel like the third and the... I hope we don't have to do a fourth run. I really hope that we don't have to do a fourth, but... knowing how this goes, there's going to be like 1 or 2 missions at the very end. Oh, there's a beginner game jam this month on Itch. Wonder if anything good will come out of that. Sorry, I have notifications. My phone just dinged me and is like, here's what you need to know. Beginner game jam for April.
It's here.
I keep up with the indie scene. People think I don't. I always talk about it. I mean, I don't talk about it as much as I talk about AAA. That's for sure, but I keep up with the indie scene great. I have fucking notifications on my phone for indie game jams so that I can keep up and see if anything crazy comes out. Like, you know, I'm trying to be like, all right, where's the next, I don't know. The last thing was like Buckshot Roulette that was like, oh, this was completely random that this picked up, but it's cool. Like, it's because it was a cool little game. Half the people you were working with were for... The monorail? Oh, fuck me. That was under me. Oh my God, my energy, please.
Raven, the target cleared the area.
Mission failed. System switch to normal mode.
Forgot what I was doing here. What was I reading? Oh, half the people you were working with were furries. I mean, we were a 7-man team. One of our guys was super unreliable, and I genuinely know very little about him. He only even worked there for like 2 months. Him? Question mark. The rest of the guys, we were all pretty close actually, because, you know, you're working with like 6 people. Realistically, the other guy was a part-time programmer. The rest of us were full-time and did more than just programming. Like, he was part-time and literally his job was just like if we had stuff for the week that we needed done, but that like we couldn't really fit it into anyone else's tasks for the week, we would offload it to him and just be like, here's exactly what we need. Like, we have it in the design doc already. We just need you to make this thing do this for us. And he would do that. And he was only there for like 2 months. I don't really know much about him. The rest of the guys, I don't think any of us were. One of them could have been. Maybe. And I just wouldn't have known it. But he didn't strike me that way. I've got a pretty good radar for it. All right, I've been around. I've seen some shit. I've seen it. All right. But I don't think that any of our main team was. Although one of my favorite stories is another good one was one of the other guys when we were out at Firehouse Subs getting lunch. We're like standing waiting to order 'cause, you know, we're all in line. And he told me about this thing that this other team had recently put together, and he went to like pull up the YouTube video of it that he had saved to show us in case he ever wanted to show it to us, because I was like, oh, I want to see that. I don't even remember what it was. It was like a prototype of theirs. He was like, did you hear that this team has this prototype? And I was like, no, that sounds sweet. And he goes to pull it up on YouTube because he had like the unlisted link, right? And he had it saved in a playlist. And he opens YouTube to like, you know, the app opens and it's his recommended page. First thing was like, I didn't get enough time to read the specifics, but it was like good boy girlfriend experience ASMR. And he like really quickly goes to the like account tab where all your playlists are, like the U tab. But like, I saw it. It was the very first thing on his recommended when it pulled up. And I'm just like, man, I didn't say anything, but in my head, I was like, oh, that feels wrong to have seen that. It just, I feel like I shouldn't have seen that. Lesson to be learned here. Do not open your YouTube recommended page right in front of people if there is anything that you watch on YouTube that you don't want people to know about. Like, if there's anything that you watch that's like a guilty pleasure, you just keep it to yourself. Not even horny, bro. It's just lonely. That's what I was gonna say. It's not even like horny. That's like lonely. I was like, oh, God. I listened to your boyfriend gets into a car crash. Novice attack Mirage transports. I need to get back on track. Novice. Fuck. Attack Mirage transports. I forgot what it was for a second. Attack Mirage transports. I've done that. What's this? New ECM performance tests from Mirage. New ECM performance tests. Done that. Wait, was that ECM? Wait. Did that say new? It did. What was the other one? ECM missile test from Kisaragi. And yes, I know it's Kisaragi. I just, English. I have an accent. I don't think so. Missile test from Kisaragi. I see False's message, by the way. I'm oh, that's my general. Bro, you sent me the link? I thought you were gonna send me like a screenshot. You sent me the link? Bro. False. Answer this question right now. Are you subscribed to this YouTube channel? She just sent me another link. She sent me another one. This is the same anime boy. The exact same. Looks, two completely separate channels, two different brands. they look the exact same. It's AI art. Is the second one? The first one definitely is. I can see it. And like I've pulled up both of their YouTube channels. The second one, I don't think the second one is using AI art. That all looks like actual art. The first channel, I look at his thumbnails and it's like, yeah, that's all AI art. The second one, not so much. Todd Howard seduces you in the bathroom at a Fleetwood Mac concert? What the fuck? Tell me you're joking. He just came up with this, right? Oh my god, he's not.
The missiles fired during the test are equipped with a built-in ECM feature.
I want to listen to it. I want to hear Todd's sweet little lies.
Let's begin.
He's not he's not joking. I started typing it into the YouTube search bar and it auto-filled, and that was the moment of, oh. It's real. When it auto-filled the rest of it, that's when I knew. Bro, how did all of those miss? That's incredible. Ow. Interesting stuff. Blizzard E-Boy asks you to get him milk from the fridge. That sounds like False's ideal ASMR. I mean, what? I don't like milk. Okay,
The test is complete.
replace milk with plastic water bottle.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
And then you're good. Sure. She says sure. Plastic water bottle. Now it's perfect. False likes spending like $1,000 a year on water. Sorry, had to take a very slow sip of my water. That's free, by the way. My free water. From the tap. Hold tunnel defense line. Was that Mirage? By choice? Yes. Or sorry, from novice. Oh shit. Hold tunnel defense line. Novice. Hold on. I will stand my ground on this in a second. Fuck, it's not new. All right, I'll do it. Actually, the cheaper one might be just, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. I saw the picture. I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, this, oh no, this one's also, I don't want to do either of those. ECM test it is. Which version of Silent Line? I'm not doing the portable versions. I know that they have like a little more content, but
We'd like
The
to gauge
PS2
your
are,
ability before
they're
we
just the
commence
better
test.
versions. We have well water. I have well water.
This MT is your
He
target.
just complains about the filters on the spigot. I honestly don't know how to spell it either. Off the top of my head, I have no idea. You could get one that is in the fridge. Or not in the fridge.
All MTs deployed
Because
to
don't you
this
not
site will
keep
be
the
equipped
water
with
in the
ECM.
fridge? You can just keep it anywhere, really. But you can get the thing that like you put the water in and it just filters it. The room in the fridge, yeah. Wherever you're keeping the plastic bottles currently. You can just put it there, if not in the fridge. I'd have to keep an open gallon one in my... What? Do you keep the water bottles in your bedroom?
Thank you for your help.
On the floor?
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
I'm waiting for the answer before I continue. I keep the bottles on the floor in the laundry room. So why would you have to keep one in your room? If I walked in and there was plastic water bottles on the floor of the bedroom, that would be like the most instant damn bitch you live like this from me. Okay, it wouldn't be the most instant, but it would be pretty fast. Where else would I put it? Wherever the water is currently. That's where you put it. It doesn't need to be anywhere specific. You can put it wherever. Those big jugs of... You guys, she has like big packages of water bottles. You know what else takes up a lot of space when you've got like the fucking 24 pack of plastic bottles? Takes up like the same amount of space. You just replace it. You just... in the floor of the laundry room? Why do you consider it sanitary for the plastic bottles and unsanitary for the water filter? I'm not seeing the problem. Waste plastic. Who cares about the earth? I'm talking money. I'm talking spending 4 figures a year on your drinking water. That's what I'm concerned about. No amount of bottles that False can drink through in her lifetime will affect the earth in my lifetime. I'm thinking about the amount of money that goes into it. The bottles are sealed. So is the gallon container. Have you seen what these look? False. Hold on. Family drinks, not me. Oh, you don't drink water? Don't you bullshit me. No, it's not. Yes, it is. These are sealed. They have a cover. False. You don't just leave. We had one. You either, for some reason, bought one that didn't have a cover, or you just didn't use the cover. Buy lots of bottles every month. You guys. Oh, you people. Oh, you people. Oh my God. I'm seeing a Brita one. Why? It's like a picture. Okay, no, that's horrific. If that's what you had, hold on. Did you have one of these? This isn't gonna dox me, is it? The Target website didn't pick up my location from Google. Hold on. It says there's pickup ready within 2 hours of where I am. It clearly knows where I am. Is it displaying it anywhere? I'm not about this whole doxing myself thing. What is going on? We're talking about water. Because I found out, it is gonna dox me. Oh wait, I scrolled down and now it's, I'm gonna play this safe. It is showing my zip code. I scrolled down and it's now not showing my zip code. Okay. Let me survey once again. Okay. See, that's why we look, because it did have my zip code on the screen. Did you have one of these? Yes, it's a picture. Yeah, okay. This is not what I'm thinking of. The picture one, that's, I don't like that. There's no seal on that. Oh fuck, I closed my entire tab. Hold on. I'm thinking more. Hold on. Where was, I had a picture of one that is now either not here or I'm blind. Aha! Not save image as. What am I doing? Open in tab. I'm thinking more like this. You see, like it has a seal on it. Like you take it off to refill it, obviously. But then like it has this full seal on it and you just... Now, I mean, maybe you couldn't put this on the floor, but I'm sure you could find a place. If not the floor. And even if on the floor, lift it up. Slightest inconvenience ever. You forget I'm on 144p? Oh, yeah. You can get 2 liters for like 18 cents where I live. Hold on. What's like the standard? I don't know. I'm thinking like, yeah, like 24 pack of water, I feel like is a false. How big is the pack of water bottles that you buy for science? Anything that takes up space that I'm assuming you mean is mine causes an issue. 24 probably. Okay. This is Walmart. Walmart's on the cheaper end of grocery stores. Theirs is actually cheaper than I would have thought. Bruh? What do you mean, bruh? What you wrote? Okay, what you wrote doesn't make sense in the context of the conversation. That takes up space that is not yours, as in the space is not yours. I thought you meant anything that isn't yours that takes up space. Okay, that makes more sense now. That makes more sense now. Don't spend money on water like that. Pisses me off. Simply because it upsets me. Don't do it. OAE destroy. I think I did this one. That's an arena battle. You guys don't understand how passionate I get about personal finance and how much it will deeply upset me when I hear people doing things that are just wasting money unnecessarily. Oh, it gets me going. Oh, it fucking gets me going, buddy. You don't even know. So what game is Nexus? Fuck, it's Ninebreaker, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's Ninebreaker after this. Let's enjoy Nexus while we got it. Have like those office gallon filters. Oh my god, I should pull up. I actually own one of those office water filters. Water coolers? Water coolers. I own one. It's in my storage unit. Because I had it in my apartment, my studio apartment in Florida. I had it. Because there was no water filtering of any sort in that apartment. My first studio apartment. It was a shithole. There was no water filtering or anything. So I bought from Walmart like an office water cooler that I had in my apartment to filter it. What was that green program? Green? That's Olive. It's an open source video editor. It's actually the main editor I use. I use Premiere for some videos, but I prefer Olive because it's open source, so like better plugins. It just runs smoother than Premiere because fuck me. Why is Premiere like that? I hate it so much. I hate its instability. I mean, Premiere is fine. Why can it not keep itself stable? Like, it's the most impossible task ever for that program to just run stably. Just refuses to do it. And before anyone says it, it's not a hardware thing. It's not. Trust me. I don't like flexing my hardware, but just take my word. It's not a hardware issue. Ow.
Front line clear.
I take like 20 liters still. Yeah, it's just, if you, it's upsetting to me. If you ever want to see me go into a blind rage, just like mention in passing that you do something that's like slightly financially irresponsible and watch me fucking lose my shit. Because I will, without fail, lose my shit. You gotta make a lot out of a little, man. You gotta... And if I have any sort of context to your financial situation, like when you're a friend of mine and I happen to know some of those things, very strong chance it will only make me even angrier. I once pre-ordered a game. Pre-ordering a game, there are contexts in which it's not irresponsible. Those contexts are very few and far between, but they exist. All right? If people say that it's like the worst thing ever to do, but sometimes it's like, I mean, if you're gonna play the game anyway, like if it's, you know, everyone has those game series that's like, even if the game is bad, you still want to buy and play it. If it's one of those, then like, sure, pre-order it, doesn't matter. If you want to play it day one, you're gonna play it no matter what, go for it. Oh wait, I can just purge it. It was XCOM? Oh. What are you complaining about? Oh, no lock on because I literally can't reach. Awesome. I can kill this thing without failing. Never pre-order COD. I do every year, and I'm never disappointed. I mean, disappointed. It's COD. I'm not expecting a masterpiece. I'm expecting to like turn my brain off and shoot shit for like 20 hours and then be done. And I do it every year. And I get my money's worth every year. It's their signature. Then they gaslight anyone who acknowledges it. It is their signature, like in general. It is just an Adobe thing. Like Photoshop is the same way. Just why are you like this? If you're frugal and sensible, you'll own your own house in no time. In this economy? Not even by Vanguard? No, I played a... I don't know how much Vanguard I played because it's on Battle.net and not on Steam, but I played a lot of Vanguard. I played more Vanguard than MW19 for sure. But that's because MW19 is shit and everyone is just convinced otherwise for some reason. And I've started the shit show. Watch it go down. Mirage, stop Crest Invasion Force. Stop Crest Invasion Force. I think this is new. That is new. Stop buying lattes and avocado toasts. Boom, new house. Yeah, not in this. Dude, I could go off on that. I've had people like older people, like my parents' friends or whatever, genuinely say shit like that to me, and I'm just like, bitch, you've owned your house for 20 years. You don't even know what the housing market looks like. Don't even. Hold on. I need to piss badly. I need to go. I'll be back in a minute. Feel free to get up, get a drink, snack, bathroom break yourself. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Debate amongst yourselves what the best or the worst Call of Duty game is, since that topic came up. Best and worst bottled waters, even. Actually, go with that. The bottled water one is better. What is the worst bottled water? Go. I'll be back in a minute. All right, hello. I'm back. I saw a video of a guy on TikTok saying, if you don't spend any money on stuff like drinks or good food or anything for pleasure, you'll retire by 40. What? One, I don't think that's how that works. And two, you'd be miserable. I recently, I was talking with someone about finding a place to rent. One of my really close friends. And he was like, how much are places where you're looking? And I told him that a one bed is like, if I was like, if I get a one bed here in the cities in Minnesota, it's like
Targets approaching.
$1,400 a month for that. And he's like, oh. And he was like, how much do you bring in a month? And I told him a rough estimate, because obviously it varies because YouTube and stuff, but like I gave him the rough estimate, like on average. And then he's like, oh, well, you should definitely make sure that your rent is less than 30% of what you make. And I'm like, look, man, I know that you heard that from someone else, but like, do you know how much I would have to make to actually be able to do that? Like, do you realize what you actually are saying to me right now? The 30% rule kind of just doesn't work right now in the US. Everyone always says it. Everyone always says like, oh yeah, 30% of what you make in a month, that your rent should be less than that. Where do you live where you can, what job do you have? That rule actually like consistently works out and is viable for you. What the fuck? Hold on. That might be one of my hot financial takes, is that right now the 30% rent rule doesn't work. It's a bunch of baloney. I don't know where the fuck that number... I feel like that number is just... Like, yeah, that might have worked like 20 years ago. Sure as shit doesn't work now for like the average person in their 20s. Because hold on, let me think. Well, let's say like average one bed apartment here is like 1,500, which is true. Like I'm even looking to get one of the cheaper one beds here, and I'm looking at 1,400 a month. So that let's just average it out to the 15, right? For like your kind of mid-range.
Let me teach you what
I would have to make 4,500 a month before tax, like not including how much I'll have to pay on taxes.
Take it out.
As a sole proprietor, I have to pay more on taxes than I would at like a full-time job as well. 45 times 12. 4 times 12. I'd have to be making like 70K a year about at 21 years old. Doesn't sound so bad until I say at 21 years old. Then it's pretty bad. Not even a studio or room, like in someone else's home sort of room? Or is it just like, did they kind of like buy a house and they just rent out like the individual rooms? 70K at 21 is doable. Bitch, most 21-year-olds are still in school and unemployed. I make 8 mil a year with drop shipping. It's a rooming house. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Rooming house. Thank you. I couldn't think of the term. Yeah, rent is for like the average person. Studios be more expensive? Are they? Down there? Hold on. I haven't looked at studios or one beds down there. I could look real quick. Let me do that. Filters. Could I filter it? I could filter it to apartments. Could I? Is there like a studio? I can't filter it to studio. Let me just look. Oh, for square feet. Well, yeah, it's cheaper, but you get a smaller place. Like that's the studio. Like I lived in a studio. You know how big it was? It was like 275 square feet. You know how much I paid? Like 800 a month. I had a room and a bathroom in my unit. Like that was the whole thing, $800 a month. When I was in Orlando. And it was a really shitty apartment too. It was a really terrible apartment too. So many problems. They had a mold problem. They had a palmetto bug problem. They had an ant problem. for like less than that. Yeah. That was back in 2020, which even in like the last 4 years, like 4 years ago, renting was a lot more viable. It was like late 21, early 22, it went to shit. It got so bad out of nowhere. It just, oh my God, don't get me going on this. I mean, I'm already going on this, but don't let it get worse. Kisaragi new AC performance. Hold on. There it was. It's the only option. Just would have been nice if it was new. That's all. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to find a studio on here, but that's gonna take. That's a 1 bed. Bro, false. By you, bitch. I might be going down there anyway. By you, 1 beds are like 1,000 a month. I might just be going. Oh, but then it's the South.
Shortly.
I don't hate the South. I lived in it already. I don't hate it. It's fine.
System. Legion combat.
I might be heading down there anyway. Fuck it. If it's cheap like that. Although, Jacobian was also telling me that South Carolina rent is apparently really cheap. We already calculated it. I'm looking at 1 beds. I'm looking at 1 beds and studios down there now because I'm just curious. Not for us, for me.
This concludes the test.
I mean, it's been like,
The data collected should prove
like
valuable.
6 months since we last ran the numbers. Maybe we should run the numbers again. Because the numbers change after like
Mission
6 months.
objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Check location? What do you mean check location? What do you mean? Oh, check like where, like what area I'm going to? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. A, man. B, obviously so tall and dark and handsome and intimidating. C, I lived in like really shitty areas in Orlando, Florida. I doubt it could be worse there. Trust me. Orlando is the highest crime rate in the state as well. I was living in like the highest crime rate area of the highest crime rate city in the state. And I turned out fine. Somehow, honestly, I'm kind of lucky. The violent crime rates there were really high. Like really high, like concerningly high. Oh, no pictures, but like what? Hold on, let me bookmark that real quick. Genuinely. Sorry, I'm distracted. I can't find a studio, false. I can't. I'm trying. Oh, wait, hold on. Studio. Oh, but this is like a... I don't even think this place is built yet. All of their pictures are like concept renders. I don't think this place even exists yet. If it does, they don't have any actual pictures of their units. But bro, that studio is super expensive. The one that I just looked at, I did find a studio, and that one is like $1,400 a month for a studio. But it's also like a really fancy, bougie looking apartment complex that I don't think exists yet. AC6 sequel, but you also rent your base. That could be a way to balance the economy. I mean, anything would make it better. Def Noodles? No, maybe. I don't think so. Mirage, destroy Crest exclusive AC. I'm so sidetracked by all this. Mirage? We're getting near the bottom. I mean, maybe not that far down. Maybe oh no, yeah, we're like here. Destroy crest exclusive, that's what it was, right? Yeah, we've done that. Safeguard escape route for novice, though? Safeguard escape route for novice. Yes, I've done that too. It doesn't matter what I do here. What is Def Noodles false? Welcome to the Chole stream where we play mech game and then I suddenly spiral into the housing market and how fucked it is.
Mission target.
A YouTuber? I don't think I've heard of him. We're so dead. I'm just gonna say it.
So, they chose you.
Yeah.
Fine then. You'll regret accepting this mission.
I don't have the firepower she does.
Destroy the target.
Oh man, that shotgun is not very fun.
AC detected. Unit with weapons corresponding to various ranges.
I can see that.
Adjust
She, oh, she was stuck. For a second I was like, haha, she's stuck, stupid bitch. Ah! She's overboosting. Jesus. Christmas. Stay away from me. Oh, shit.
Not bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's a drum. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have watched then. It makes sense now that I didn't know them. Comedy's sometimes not very funny. Call out moist. Oh. I don't think so. For what? Like, the only thing that I could think he would have called him out for would be, like, the react stuff. Like, that's the only somewhat controversial stuff he does.
Nexus damage. Halting combat. Return to base.
It's like the only poor practice thing that he does. What would they call him out for, even? Seeing if maybe I can get another frame of reference for... Oh, hold on. Okay, that studio is... it's bigger than the one I had. It's 400 square feet. It actually has a kitchen. My studio didn't have a kitchen in Florida. It's not, I mean, it's not terrible. Never mind. There. No AC. That's gonna be a big no. Why is that a thing? Why do you get? If also, why do so many places down by you not have AC? Genuine question. Because I'm actually just like, the amount of them that don't, it's crazy to me. But maybe that's just because of where I've lived. Like, up here gets up to like 100 in the summer pretty consistently. Down in Florida, obviously, like every place is required to have air conditioning. If you have windows and fans don't do anything when it's like 90 degrees out and humid. We don't live where you live, Sepper. It gets hot here. How long it's been built? Oh, it's because a lot of it's old. That would make sense, actually. That makes the buildings are older there. Oops, my brain was doing old gen controls. I was trying to play non-dual analog Armored Core for a second there. 3.5 does that to me because it looks like it's old gen, but it plays not like old gen.
The convoy is sustaining heavy loss.
I can see that. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't need AC to protect me because I'm not a bitch. Well, I also have a work computer that when it's actually doing like intensive shit, maybe gets up to like 100 Celsius. So that certainly doesn't help. I kind of need the AC. It's kind of a must. Oh man, one time when I was in Orlando, my air conditioning broke on like a Friday night, like late on a Friday. This was in, I think like July or August. It was in the summer in Florida. So it's like, yeah. This was in the summer in Florida. So it's like 100 degrees outside and like 99% humidity because it's a thunderstorm every day in Florida in the summer, like every day. If you've not been to Florida in the summer, I'm not exaggerating. It's like out of the 90 days of summer in Florida, like 80 of them, there's a thunderstorm. So it's really, really fucking hot. Point being, Friday night, my AC breaks. Here's the thing. The office at this apartment complex were not open on the weekends. No one was in on the weekends. So I call the property manager, like their direct phone for emergency, because it's 100 degrees out and I don't have air conditioning. And it's Florida, so sun and humidity, like it's legally required in the state of Florida for you to have air conditioning because you will legitimately just have a heat stroke sitting in your apartment if you don't. But heat stroke isn't exactly fun. Yeah, the state of Florida legally requires you to have it just on any property that you're renting out. It's considered like a basic human right in Florida because you're gonna have a heat stroke without it. And the property manager doesn't pick up my call. I called them again Saturday morning, nothing. Called them again Saturday afternoon, nothing. So Monday morning, the office reopens and I call the fucking office and they're in. And oh my God, was I so angry after, you know, being in my apartment with it being 100 degrees in there all weekend, sorry. Oh my God, was I so fucking pissed. And I'm calling the emergency line and no one's picking up the entire weekend. Like, are you shitting me? Isn't legally required in Texas, but it should be. Texas is drier, so it's not as bad if it's dry heat for like heat stroke and stuff. But it probably should be by a window unit at that point. Bro, I had central air, it was just broken. And I was just so pissed. I actually bought a fan for my room that weekend, a tower fan that I have turned on over in the corner of the room right now. I still have the fan from that incident. Because that thing kept me alive all weekend. Just had it on full blast in my bedroom. Attack Novice Mine. I don't know if I've done this one. We're down near the bottom. We're closer to the bottom than to the top. Okay, I do have that one. What about new AC performance retest, huh? I think I also have this one. I do, fuck. All right, I'll take the bigger paycheck. Texas is bigger than the country I live in right now. Texas is huge. Modifying all your houses seems like such a hassle. What do you mean modifying your houses?
Main system.
To put central AC in?
Destroy all targets.
Just seems so much harder than having a popsicle every once in a while, maybe some lemonade. Well, in Florida, like if you're building a property to rent or just building a property in general, like you just have to put it in. So you don't really have to modify it. When it's built with it in mind, it's not that big of a hassle. Renovating a place and adding central AC, that's a hassle. That's a bitch. But when it's just legally, like, you have to have it in a property and you just build it with that in mind, it's not as bad. Jesus, I'm trying to just play it super safe because those missiles will kill me so fast. Haha! Stupid bitch. Oh god. He says maybe you're not hungry. He forgets this is the United States. What is it, like 60% obesity rate at this point? We're always hungry. Especially in the South. Jesus Christ, you should see their numbers. Like 60% or so, I think, is like the national average. You should see specifically like southern states. Those figures get crazy. Speaking of Texas, Texas obesity rate. I wonder how the Carolinas are for obesity. I don't think I know. I don't think I've ever seen those numbers. I would assume bad, because that general region is kind of known for it. Like, especially like Georgia is not super far away, and I think Georgia might have the highest in the States, if I'm not mistaken. I think Georgia might be the highest obesity rate in the States, which would make sense. Or it might be Louisiana, actually. I don't know which one of those. It's definitely one of those, if I had to take a guess. Texas is probably pretty high. I think Florida's pretty high, going off of memory. You immediately notice the difference? Like, what do you mean? What specifically? There are a lot of things that that statement could mean. Haha! Haha! Paid off. I did it. That was a huge bet to just commit to the blade. Mm-hmm.
Target destroyed.
That's childhood obesity. I don't care about childhood obesity.
No energy sources detected. Area secure.
Is West Virginia? Really?
System switch to normal mode.
Where is Georgia? I know that Georgia's really high. Hold on. United States obesity rate by state. Hold on. Just beating Louisiana. Okay, I thought Louisiana might be up there. Yeah, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Louisiana are really high. Bro, looking at the heat map of obesity is crazy. Hold on. It's so weird to see it displayed like this. It's a fucking heat map of obesity rates, dude. So the ones that are over 50 are Louisiana, Oklahoma, West Virginia. I'm laughing because, like, out of the actual South, like the legit South, North Carolina is the only one that is below 35%. Out of all, like, the actual Southern states, it is legitimately the one and only Southern state that is below 35% obesity. Jesus. So North Carolina is actually about the same as Minnesota for obesity. Funny enough. What are we looking at? Obesity heat map. I'm not... Sounds really funny when I say it, but that's what this is. California doing something right. It's because of their... bad joke. Colorado's up, or sorry, down there, super low. So I guess Washington, D.C. is the single lowest in the country, which is weird. I thought California was the lowest in the country. I thought it was California. But I guess it's Washington. I know that D.C. is a state, but like... The reason it's over here is because it's not even big enough to, like, show. You know where Washington, D.C. is, chat? You know what I mean when I say that it's like legally it's a state, but it's not really a state? You guys know why? Let me show you Washington, D.C. You see that? You see the green bit? You see that? Hold on, you see that in the circle? The green? The tiny bit of green? That's Washington, D.C. That's why I say that, like, it's not really a state. I don't recognize it. Timmy, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. No, exactly. It's so small. That's what she said. Oh, the territories are in here. For a second, I was like, what's going on here? What? They have the territories in here. So I guess they're all about the same as like here. Same as Rhode Island. Rhode Island, at least you can see on the map. Sorry, anyone who I doubt anyone lives in DC in this chat. They're so small. What are they doing in Oklahoma? Barbecue every day. West Virginia apparently is #1. I think Louisiana is second, reading the message from earlier. I think Oklahoma's third. Which is weird. I thought Georgia was in the top 3, but I was mistaken. Interesting. Interesting numbers here. Cornbread Roadkill. What's the map for? Obesity heat map. Oh no, oh yes. That's what that was. You see all the red? Yep. Hey, we just like our food down here, that's all. Big booty bitch locator. Goddamn right. Yeah, yeah. Destroy city defense force. Kisaragi. Hold on. Destroy city defense force. That looks like a no. That's a no. This one's new. Oh, Jesus. This isn't new. Oh my, this isn't new. I've done this. The landmine one. Is this the mission that doesn't show up? Hold on, or I might have scrolled past it, possibly. No, it's not here. Oh, wait. Destroy city defense force. Never mind, I found it. It's not new. I scrolled past it. I certainly don't want to do it. It's the landmines and the sewers one. Here, BMI. Huh? Did I say BMI? I don't know what my BMI is.
The test will begin shortly.
Earlier with the map, I don't recall saying BMI, but I might have.
Please ensure that you give this operation
Big, massive
full
individual.
attention.
But, what's it? BMI is kind of a bullshit measurement anyway. Because I think that BMI would, if I had to guess, I would think that I would be in the overweight category. But it's because all that BMI is, unless I'm mistaken and I'm thinking of a different one. BMI is the bullshit one, right? Where it literally is just like, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? And based on that, we will tell you if you are fat or not. Like, as a general thing, it's not terrible. The map was based on BMI. I think it was, but like the thing with BMI, look, I'm saying that it's bullshit, kind of. In terms of like me, where it's like, I think that I would be on the low end of the overweight category, but I'm skinny. It's because I have lean muscle and muscle is heavy. But like you look at me and I'm skinny, visibly skinny. At this point, it's not how it used to be. Trust me.
Mission objective achieved.
Yeah, BMI is the one. That is literally just like, how tall are you? Here, I'm calculating mine. Yeah, mine says that I'm 6 pounds overweight. The thing with BMI is, if you get put into like the obese classes, then not to be that guy, but how much would I have to weigh to be in obese class 1? Oh, I was in obese class 1. I would have to be 40 pounds heavier to be in obese class 1. So I feel like once you're at that point, and that puts me at the bottom of obese class 1, I would have to be 40 pounds heavier than I am, which I was at one point. I feel like if the BMI scale puts you into obese, then like, yeah. But overweight, it's like, maybe? I don't know. There's wiggle room on that. There's wiggle room on that. What BMI thinks it is for 5 feet? I got the calculator up. Hold on. Are we talking obese? I mean, it's not that bad for a 5-foot woman. You could be like up to 130 and be in the normal in quotes. 130 about 130. Sorry, you can be up to 127.9. That's the cap. Once you're 128, that's when it's like, nope, you're overweight. Where would you be obese on this scale? 150. Once you're up to 154, that's when you get put into obese class 1, and it goes from there. I feel like that's pretty reasonable for 5 feet, because, you know, like for me, normal weight is like up to 170, but it's because I have almost a foot of height on that. That makes sense. That seems pretty reasonable as far as I can see and guess. I'm not 5 feet and I'm not a woman, so I don't know if that's reasonable. That seems reasonable at a glance. Class 1 sounds good. Well, it's as good as it gets, certainly. How much for class 3? You'd have to be at 205 pounds to be obese class 3. You'd have to be 30 pounds heavier than me as a 5-foot woman to be obese class 3. Sorry, titties, ass, and thighs weigh. We have 2 of those. And actually, we... Never mind. Never mind. Okay, now I have to share because I made myself laugh. You have titties too. Yeah, I was about to say, actually, you should see my titties. Those have to weigh something. But I made myself laugh too hard and I lost it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. I have to go eat dinner because I'm American, which means I'm always hungry. And right now I'm pretty hungry. And then I'm gonna get back to working on video stuff. Well, I mean, there's not much reason for me to say it, but because I can say it, I'm gonna go back to working on the portable ops video. Because now I can just straight up, like, there's no secret here. Like, what video I'm working on every week is back to being common knowledge. There's no mystery anymore. It's kind of nice in that sense. As much as I like having the mystery, it's kind of fun to just be able to say it. Anyway. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like, algorithm stuff, blah, blah, blah. If you're looking for things outside of YouTube to engage with the community, like Twitter, Discord server, whatever, those are in the description. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Overlord Primus, thank you for the sub. Oh, sorry. The Ace Combat 7 review is up. It's the last of the Ace Combat reviews. So, whole series is done. Every one of them. I reviewed them. Officially. Full playlist is... I accidentally opened a video. One of my videos. Full playlist is linked at the top of chat. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see all of us back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream. And goodbye.